Well, friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Toppers World. In this video, I'm going to explain you how can we attempt IELTS writing task 2 easily, comfortably without bothering about task completion, vocabulary, grammar, all kind of these things I'm going to explain in this video. So we are going to talk about different types of essay and their structure plus grammar, what kind of grammar is needed for writing task 2. Then vocabulary, and the last one we are going to discuss about ideas. So all those students who face problem in IELTS writing task 2, watch this video till end, from the beginning to till end, because there are so many things I am going to discuss which you might find very useful in your IELTS writing task. So let's do this one by one. So basically in writing task 2 we have 7 or 8 types of essays. If you already know, then you can skip this part. Disagree, agree. To what extent? Do you agree or disagree? Then we have discuss both views and give your opinion. And the next one is advantages, disadvantages, or positive or negative points. Then we have causes, effects, and solution. Then simply some topics are like this: discuss. So every kind of essay has its own structure. So let us first of all discuss about the structure of essays. Structure. For example, agree or disagree type. So there will be introduction, introduction, that you will do by paraphrasing this statement and giving your own opinion. Then you will have body para 1, body para 2, and then conclusion. So body para 1, body para 2, it can be body para 3 as well. If you are agreeing or disagree, it depends upon you. If you agree, then write all your paragraphs in agreement. If you disagree, then write all your body paragraphs in disagreement. However, if you want to get more score in agree disagree type, then what you need to do, you can write opposite view. Suppose you have paragraph 3rd and you can start with opposite view, but again come back to your point of view. Like the tone of all 3 paragraphs should be either in agree side or in disagree side. Or if you don't have body paragraph 3, you can set this in body para 2, like you can write opposite view. Opposite view means other people think that, then you will come back to your view, that according to me. So then you can it's a kind of making complex language over there, and when you will come back to your view, you are again proving your own point of view either in agreement or disagreement. Suppose there is an essay like capital punishment should be abolished from a country. So capital punishment is death penalty. that should be finished. So you are agree, you write first para agree, second para you can write opposite view, but again you come back to your view that some people say that it should not be like the punishment is capital punishment is necessary, the people who do very serious kind of crime, they should be killed. Okay, you can say that okay, to some cases it is possible. However, I believe that instead of killing someone, we can give them life imprisonment, so that the possibility of improving the person increases. So in this way you can give your own view and come back to your view. So this is a one way. Suppose you get task like, to what extent do you agree or disagree? So now you have different approach. You will write intro, first para on introduction, body para 1. Okay, let me first of all tell one thing I forgot to tell you, that in agree disagree you have number of choices. Either you can 100% agree or 100% disagree, or you can be 50-50, I am both agree and disagree, or you can write 75% agree, 25% disagree, or 25% agree and 75% disagree. So 5 approaches are there that you can have in this kind of essay, and if you are 100% agree or disagree, this is same like simply agree or disagree type essay. 50-50, 75, in this kind of 3 essays you need a bit complex language, means you have to prove other side as well. So we'll use on the other hand, however, yeah, as per the opposite view, as per the supporters of others, other kind of view. So in this way your language is going to be complex, and if you write in this way you get more ideas. One paragraph can be easily written by expressing the opposite view, and the benefit is that examiner will be able to learn that you can write contrast language. So such kind of essays get more score instead of simply 100% agree or 100% disagree. So first of all introduction, then body para 1. If you 100% agree, the same side body para 2, then conclusion. If you have opposite view, then you can say that on the one hand you can start like this, and on the other hand, and you express your view, opposite view, one side view and other side view. So it will become 50-50 type. Okay. Then we have discuss both views and give your opinion. Now you are having 2 views here. One side say something different and other side say something else. So in this kind of essays the example can be like that. Some people say that students should be allowed to go abroad for higher studies, whereas others say that they should study in their own country. Discuss both views and give your opinion. So again you will write introduction. It is often debated by the people that whether students should be sent abroad for higher study or not. In my opinion, they should be allowed, as they are getting a lot of knowledge and experience. So introduction, body para 1, what the one group say, body para 2, what the other group say, then conclusion. In introduction you will discuss the both statements, and you also mention your own opinion over there, and after that body para 1, body para 2 and conclusion. In conclusion you are going to write the central idea of body para 1, body para 2 and your opinion. Now advantages and disadvantages. Suppose they ask you simply discuss the advantages and disadvantages. So this is very easy. And introduction, first body para you will write the advantages. Body para 2 on the other hand disadvantages. Finally, in conclusion, central idea of both advantage and disadvantage you will write over there by mentioning although using fertilizers have increased the production, however it also spoiled the quality of food grains. So in this way you make the contrast over there. Then next type is, do you think advantages outweigh disadvantages? Now how to handle this kind of essay? So it's again agree disagree type. Do you agree that advantages are more than disadvantages? So if you agree yes, then you will write introduction, 2 paragraphs of advantages, advantage 1, advantage 2. Then on the other hand 1 paragraph of disadvantage, and then finally you will say that advantages are far more than disadvantages. But in introduction you will mention that as per the given statement, there are more benefits of whatever the task is. Suppose co-education, what do you think advantages of co-education system more than disadvantages? So you can say that yes, benefits of co-education are far more than its losses or disadvantages. Some essays simply the statement is discuss. For example, task is man is responsible for causing global warming, discuss. So you are going to give only in this kind of essays the reasons, or if that statement is like many people going abroad for higher studies, discuss advantages and disadvantages, so simply you will write the advantage and disadvantage. And if it states nothing, like simply say discuss, so you can mention in that reason, causes, effect, benefits, all the points can you mention in 2 or 3 paragraphs. And the next one is causes, effects and solution. So as the statement clearly showing that you have to write reasons, how it is affecting the people. So effect means effect, then also suggest some measures to control the problem. Like task is suppose global warming is increasing all over the world. What are the reasons, how it is affecting the people, and suggest any possible solution. So 1 paragraph are reasons, 2 or 3 reasons are sufficient. Then how it is affecting, again 1 or 2 effects you can mention on the people, on the life of animals or all the flora and fauna, and then you can suggest 1 possible solution, whatever you think. So the kind of grammar that is needed in writing task 2 is important for you to learn. You should use active and passive, both type of sentences. Okay, you can also use 1 to 2 conditional sentences using if. Conditional sentences, and use complex sentences using because, since, although. There are 2 to 3 enough. Compound sentences means both independent sentences, combining them with and, in addition, moreover, however. Okay, then you should also use some models that can be in active or in passive. Okay, you can use them in active or passive. That can be can or can be, depending upon the need of the essay, should or should be plus third form of the verb. This much grammar you should be able to use in your writing task because it will create a variety of sentences. After that, next, vocabulary. It's 2 types, general and specific, topic specific vocabulary. In general vocabulary, you can use a lot of words are there, but you must know them before going for exam. General vocabulary words are like for important, you can use significant. Okay, significant, common word use. So for that you should use a word like consume, utilize. So you have to learn some words like how can we impressively say get. Get is achieve, receive, attain, obtain. So high level general vocabulary, already so many videos are there, you can check on YouTube what are the general vocabulary words of high level that can be used in writing task 2. Then specific, topic, whatever the topic is, according to that you should use words. Suppose your topic is based upon business or banking sector or economics related. So words like capital, investment, interest rates, these are the topic specific words. If the task is related to capital punishment, then crime, offenders, punishments, or imprisonments, life imprisonment, juvenile delinquency, these are the words that you need to use in topic specific vocabulary. So there are so many topics are there, you should search on the internet to find out topic specific vocabulary. I just give you some topics here, and for that you can collect the vocab. Pollution based essay or environment related, or second one is economics related or population. Then topics related to education, they are very important. Education related, society's problems, social issues. So now there are different kind of social issues. Every kind of issue has its own specific vocabulary. So it's important that you should have some words that you can use there. In case of education, we can say learner, teacher, university, curriculum, syllabus. These are the words that specifically related to education. For an essay, you need to have good ideas, but you do not need many ideas. Roughly 2 ideas are sufficient for one essay. For example, agree type or disagree type essay, you need 2 points. So BP para 1, you will write idea, whatever your first idea is. But it's not simply first idea, you have to extend that idea by saying that in other words. Like for example, your task is do you agree that capital punishment should be abolished? So suppose you say that you agree that it should be abolished, and your first idea is that capital punishment means, first point you will say that killing someone, killing a criminal is also a crime. Killing a criminal is also a crime. Then you will say, in other words, we accept that this person has no chances of improvement, and we admit that this is totally defeat of our legal system, or it's a totally failure of our legal system. So killing someone is not a better solution. Moreover, suppose you give capital punishment to any criminal, and later on it is proved that he was innocent, so you cannot recall that person, you cannot get that person back. So in this way you can explain your idea in the body paragraph. So two ideas are sufficient. Extend your idea, give example, and close your essay. Okay, many students what they do, they mix up their ideas in single paragraph, contrast ideas they write, and so many ideas like firstly, secondly, in same paragraph. So this is just like writing points, it's not essay writing. This is simply has become like answering a question of history or any social science. So our writing is formal writing, and we should use one or two or three ideas that are sufficient, that you know very well about. And the last thing I would like to say here, that while attempting, do not try to use unfamiliar words. Do not try to impress the examiner by using very hard and tough words. Examiner is just want to check it out that how comfortably you are expressing your ideas in writing. What kind of flow of writing do you have, and are you having natural writing? You should not copy anybody. You should not try to impress the examiner with the difficult words or more complex, unnecessary complex sentences. So wherever that is required, with simple writing one can get 7 or 7.5 band in IELTS. So if you follow all these guidelines, I hope that I have tried here to solve your all problems related to IELTS writing task 2. And please write in your comments how you liked about this video. Thank you for watching it.